Okay, so this is. I'm not going to say a review because I haven't read it all yet. This is a unboxing. I just got this day. Victorian Lost. It's basically Changeling the Lost set in the Victorian era. Um, the book, which is print on demand, and the PDF, and to get it delivered was $20. So I cannot fault what's in this book, or more importantly, what's not in this book, because it was $20, $10 for the book, which kind of gets me to the point. This is a first off, this fucking camera. I tell you. For print on demand, this looks pretty nice. It's brown instead of green, which Changeling the Lost is done in green paper, and I understand why, because it's Victoria age, everything's brown and small cover because it's the industrial age and whatnot, and wrought iron. Love it. Um, I did read the PDF. I haven't actually read the book, which means I've skimmed through the PDF. I can't read PDFs. I can read little bits and pieces, but I have to have the book to really read it. I give it an A, but man, and I understand that it's a limited introduction to a different time period, and they make it cheap so that you'll buy it, and it's kind of just like to get the wheels going. And it just kind of reminds me, one would say, well, if you can do it yourself, why don't you just make up your own Victorian loss? And it's a good point, because as an artist, I hear it every time, well, I can paint like that, I can do that, and my reaction is always, so pick up the paintbrush and do it. So I don't find too much fault in it, but boy, it would really be nice if it was more. And especially, I mean, this harpens back to the old world darkness when they did the Dark Ages, and they had their own books, their own thick books. Um, I was online. I can't remember now why I did. I wrote online. I was talking to Mr. Gone, actually, a fellow who does character sheets on there. Oh, yeah, it was the character sheets. It was they don't really talk. Some things have really been left out in this book. They don't talk about how skills have changed. On the first of all, there's no character sheet, and I felt it was pretty sad that they didn't give Mr. Gone a copy of this book pre-publication and have him do the character sheet for it. Been nice to have a character sheet. I'm saying he done it for free. He goes ahead and does them all for free. And I think it's so sad that they don't give him a copy, at least of the PDF. He was asking me, well, what's in there? What are the new gifts? All that. And I just thought that was sad. There are a lot of sad things like that in here. So there's nothing talked about how skills change, what would be different on the character sheet as far as skills go. Like what do you put in place of computer? Something very that pertains to Victorian age. So there's things like that missing because it's such a goddamn small book. This is, and I understand again, they probably couldn't make the book to begin with if it wasn't for being small. It's 84 pages. I They did Mage and they did this, and I don't know what else they've done. I don't think they've done anything else. Vampire the Requiem has Rome, so I don't know if they're actually going to do one for Vampire. No, wait a minute, I take that back. They did. It was a New Age Requiem. But anyway, back to this. Brown. The pages are white, brownish. Very nice print job. Um, you can't fault it. $10. Yeah, about $10. Well worth buying it. I can't imagine buying just the PDF and not buying this. Might as well have it. Copy of it. $20. I do like in the back there's these stories and there's pre-made characters. That's all nice. Nothing very imaginative. I almost, unless I'm not reading it right, I don't see like, it'd been fun if there was like a Mary Poppins character. Something just, in the back there are, I don't know, very, and the gifts, there was only 2 gifts, and they were very, you knew, you saw those coming a mile away. I guess they tried to do a good job. I mean, yeah, it's again, for what it is, $10. It was nice. I mean, it was 20 for me. I bought the book and the PDF. You can't really beat it, just for the price. It's more like an introductory. I would call it an introductory book. I wouldn't even call it a setting book. I think of a setting book, it would have to be like Requiem for Rome. It would be thicker, and this just isn't thick enough. This is just a get some ideas going book. That's basically what it is. So anyway, I'm happy with it. I'm not ecstatic. It would have been nice, especially I would love, and most likely I'll never get to run it. But that's another story. Boy, it would really get my mind turning though if it was a whole setting book. I would more than happy pay $30 for a thick print on demand soft cover book. With 300 pages or whatever, something like that. I'm certain they can do it. But for what it is, it looks like it was made pretty well. Again, though, obvious omissions like what you replace with computers, things like that. And it would have been really nice if there was a list of specialties during this hour, because in the back the NPCs have specialties that really pertain to the Victorian era, but they're not listed in the book elsewhere. So you kind of got to draw conclusions. But it would have been really nice to have a list of Victorian era specialties. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Victorian loss, $20.